Welcome to Dorker Realms. While most gamers will be familiar with Dungeons & Dragons from the newest edition of the game, there is a movement amongst some players called the Old School Revival, taking inspiration from the design philosophy of the earliest editions of D&D and bringing them into the modern era. These games and adventures emphasize the weird, the challenging, and the hardcore. Bear witness as our intrepid players explore unusual and dangerous tales in these old school adventures. Part 2 of They Served Brandolyn Red. Though the adventures can be listened to in any order, we recommend beginning with the first episode of any given adventure. We go now to the table to delve into Dorker Realms.
Welcome back, everyone. Right as I kill everyone with this zombie gator and this funnel. I would like some initiative rolls, and I've decided instead of writing down 52 characters, separate initiatives, I'm going to take your characters as a group. Average out your agility modifiers for me.
That would be a 4 for the Dragon Tier family.
Nice. That'll be an 8 for the Whitegrass.
20.
Right. Wow.
Nice.
They've got to move fast so they can avoid paying you what they owe you.
Cheapy peas.
So, actually, I'm genuinely curious. Is that, like, part of your thing?
Yeah.
Because that's not part of my thing at all.
It's pretty much the only background.
That you don't like the vintners?
So we're all related and you're just here to be, like, antagonistic?
They're related to you. Your family didn't pay the dowry.
Yeah.
Your family cheated them.
Yeah, one of their family members
My
married
char-
into the
yeah.
vintners.
8.
Was that before or after the catastrophe?
I didn't even know there was a catastrophe. I didn't know.
Long after. There's a big gap between the Ant-Man thing and the...
Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know...
They're man-sized ants, not ants that are like men-like.
Our family
That's a
hasn't been wealthy
misleading
for a
name.
I know.
really long
I agree.
time.
Oh, I had no reason to suspect that from what
I'm sorry, what
have
was yours
written
again, Paul?
in my background.
8.25.
Yeah, because mine's like, y'all have been poor as fuck after a big thing happened.
They actually they're like, your family has always lived modestly. You were supposed to get a lot of money from the vintners, but you didn't, basically.
Basically, this is, you used to be famous, you used to be wealthy, it literally tells me that I'm like the joke of the town.
Man, that sounds like something my character should have.
Also something about the pond that I can't tell you.
It was a trap.
I mean,
they knew.
Your characters could tell them if they had a reason.
Yes, but they don't, so.
All right,
See.
we're ready.
Mic with my nose.
The vintners go first. There's a zombie gator, mostly out of the pond, like growling at Will Letty as he pulled away the zombie gator's meal.
Is it moving quickly at all?
It's not really moving quickly. It's kind of scrambled out of the pond and is like, "Rah!"
Do we have to go, like, around the pond to continue on the path?
Just ditch us.
You are at the northern side of the pond. You do have to walk along the pond for a ways.
I don't think this is a fight worth fighting. I think we can just leave this here, right?
We can't just leave poor Will Letty to be eaten.
Oh!
He already got horribly burned.
Yeah, and then he was fine. He'll be fine this time, too. Come on, let's go.
Also, what about the body of Volkner Black, the town's tanner?
No one cares
No one
about
cares
him.
about the tanner.
I didn't even know he'd gone missing.
That's probably why the water smells so bad.
Kind of interested. He could have had some good business with this guy.
He probably ruined the pond. It was probably really nice before he went into it.
It has. It's been nice forever. It's always been nice.
Well, see,
Poor Black.
I kind of want.
Volkner.
I mean, his helmet's nice.
This isn't a honey badger. This one will actually kill me this time.
I mean, still waiting for Robin's actions.
Well, 2 of my characters can't do anything, so they won't. And I
Why
guess...
can't they?
Because I'm not going to walk up close enough to a zombie alligator to try to stab it with either scissors or an awl.
Oh, so you mean they don't want to do anything?
Yes. They don't want to have their legs bitten off before they have a chance to fight. So Hess is going to, I guess, stab the head of the alligator with his pitchfork.
Sure.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Roll a D4.
When
You
you get a
stab
big-
your pitchfork into the thing's eye, doing an additional D4 damage.
Nice.
So you do a D6 and a D4.
Andy the All is the like low tier hitman that you call when Jimmy the Ice Pick is
3.
pissy.
Total?
Yep.
You stab it.
1 and a 2.
You stab it in the eye, and it looks very upset, but not all that wounded, to be honest. It is now the zombie gator's turn, who will turn and bite at Hess.
Of course.
Thanks.
Very ineffectively. He just got poked in the eye. It's hard to see. It is now the Letty family turn.
Okay. Will, with his pitchfork up close, he's going to roll to attack the gator. So that's a 12.
I believe Will has a flagpole.
Oh, flagpole. Sorry.
That misses.
Okay.
That's the only character doing anything?
Oh, that's right. What am I doing? Sten. Oh, Hardy Sten. Well, you shouldn't have bitten at the boy, sir. That is an 18 with his club.
That'll hit for 1d4.
And a 4.
Oh, that's right, lad. Show him how it's done.
Yes, take that.
He looks pretty beat up, but also, it's a zombie, so you can't really tell.
You looked like hammered shit before. Now you look like hammered shit after.
Sheila?
Jeez, whatever. Let's get rid of these meat popsicles. Okay, this one is for Pert, even though you had no association with those ants. She's gonna run and
I
stab
don't know that.
with a 16 minus 1, so 15.
Hit.
And that'll be a 1d4 with the dagger for another 4 damage.
You have a negative strength modifier, correct?
Minus 1, so 3 damage. Also, did that carry over? Because that would be really hilarious if it did from my penalty from last time, the fumble.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so it was a minus 2 to 15.
You still hit.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Whitegrass family. This
Okay.
Poor zombie gator.
Yeah, first thing, what's going to happen is Barnaby's going to give a nod to Mindranar and try to hop on top of the gator head and position his iron spike on top of its skull so that Mindranar can spike it down into the gator's head.
All right, roll a check to get on the head.
14?
You succeed. You are now on the head, ready to get it spiked in.
What is it with your character and mounting everything?
I don't know. Let him roll his thing.
I'm 16. I should really walk.
So that'll be a 15 for Mindranar's attack.
All right, roll me some damage.
Is it just the staff's damage?
Just roll it for me.
Okay. 3 damage.
He is dead. You
Oh.
drive the spike into his skull. Just bleh.
I overly complicated it.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
I think we've all learned an important lesson here today, that undead forces of chaos can't stand up to the mob.
Also, teamwork's good, right?
Volkner's torso has been gnawed off by the zombie gator, but his top half still has a helmet and a semi-usable suit of hide armor that will give a +1 to anyone's AC who wears it.
Oh, there you go, Willy boy.
Oh, thank ya.
You've done a fine job
He
finding
does
that
seem-
treasure.
He does seem to be the most prone to harm.
Hey,
It will make it so your fumbles are D8s instead of D4s, which is
look
in
at
line with
that.
leather armor.
What'd you say it'd do for my AC?
+1.
Okay.
Also, you very obviously noticed that this guy wasn't killed by the zombie gator, as there's a very fancy dagger in the back of the man, with the Letty family seal on it.
Oh, jeez.
You also notice one more glint at the bottom of the pond.
Oh, come on.
all right, Willy boy, down you go.
Really? We're doing this again?
Mindranar's the artisan is going to have a look at this helmet while he's diving down.
Are you diving down?
I have to. Otherwise, I'd send Sten, but he's got that stupid -2.
Dwarves can't swim.
All right.
Get
You come
down
back
there.
up with a crowbar. And no ill effect. The helmet looks like just a leather helm with like a studded leather, so you got a little shine on there.
If no one objects, he'll put it on.
Sure.
So, you want to explain why your family dagger's in the back of the poor Tanner?
I have no idea.
Yeah, especially because it seemed like the vintners were the ones who really didn't want to look at that.
like I said, I mean, we're distant cousins. We just happen to, be distant cousins.
Well, that's good enough for me.
Look, he's
Let's
a
move
dwarven
on.
miner.
Okay.
I'm a blacksmith.
Barnaby's gonna go ahead and snag that dagger, unless the Lettys are like fighting over it.
Whoa, Whitegrass. That's Letty property. It's got her name on it.
It's just examining it.
Okay, well, just, can I get it back?
So the blacksmith, was he related to anyone in town? Or no, he's the tanner, not the blacksmith, sorry. Was he related to any of the families?
I don't know, was he? Do you know them?
I don't.
Well, then you don't know.
I don't know, this kind of might be like... Yeah, here you go.
Thanks. Look, we'll come with you. We have nothing to hide. And there's a war coming, and I know how this looks.
Like I said, you were the one who came to me and said... No, he looked over at Sheila. He's like, I'm trusting you here, so, just make sure we all stay on the same side here, yeah?
How do we know there's a war coming?
Because it was
announced.
declared
Yeah.
back in the
The
way.
Letty family was like,
Yeah, but one guy saying this means war.
He's the head of his house. He's a noble.
and he's going and said, we're declaring war on the Whitegrass family in a week.
It'll take 1 week time to gather his troops.
Sheila takes out a small white napkin and just goes, white flag.
All right, so you've gone past the pond. You're heading south, and you kind of get to the end of where the vines are kind of open up, and before you, there's 2 buildings. There's also a pathway to your left, kind of right before the clearing, and there's also another path a little bit into the clearing on the left.
Are there any distinguishing characteristics to either of the pathways?
No. There are also 2 buildings in the clearing in front of you.
What are the buildings? What do they look like?
One looks like a house, but it's very dilapidated to the point where, you think it was probably 2 stories at one time, but it looks like it's basically 1 room at this point. And the other one looks like it could have been the old, the winery itself, like a much bigger barn-style house.
That's the one. That's the one.
Time to flirt and drink.
All right, Mungo, in you go, lad.
Into the winery?
Yes, my lord.
Just Mungo?
No, we'll follow him. Then.
He's just going first.
Anyone else going in the winery? You want to check out the house, one of the other paths?
Sten will go in.
Sten will go into the winery?
Yes, I will go into the
All right.
winery.
All 3 of the Whitegrasses will go into the winery.
Okay.
The winery collapses under its own weight, killing everyone that enters.
All of my characters go in as well.
All right. You immediately feel unsettled as you enter the long-abandoned wine-making facility. Rotted tables, broken flasks, and an assortment of bottling equipment litter the area. 3 large clay containers, dolia, that once held prized and valuable wine are half buried in the dirt. A large wine press dominates the area. The contraption consists of a huge stone wheel that rolls in a circular stone trough. The wheel is turned by a stout wooden beam. Even after all these years, the floor around the basin is worn smooth from the feet of those who once labored here crushing fruit. While most of the area is dusty and cobwebbed, the wheel itself is stained with a fresh, dark red liquid. Someone has painted the face of a human woman, beautiful but anguished, onto the stone. Tears like blood drip down her crying face and collect in the basin below.
Can I sniff the red liquid on the wheel to see if it smells like wine or like blood?
Yes, you can. It smells like Brandolyn red.
Oh, but that vintage was made quite a long time ago, wasn't it?
So, could you re-describe it, please? I'm having
Yes,
a
I
very
can.
hard time visualizing it.
While most of the area is dusty and cobwebbed, the wheel itself is stained with a fresh, dark red liquid. Someone has painted the face of a human woman, beautiful but anguished, onto the stone. Tears like blood drip down her crying face and collect in the basin below.
It's painted in red,
A red liquid.
but she's also crying a red liquid.
Well, it is a painted face of a crying woman with red tears.
So the painted face isn't necessarily red.
Yes,
All of it is red.
Okay.
Hess is going to touch part of the painting to see if it was done in, blood.
Your hand comes away with the texture of Brandolyn red wine.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this vintage wasn't made for quite some time. It's a bit odd to find it fresh on here.
Also, does this face look at all familiar? Like maybe Dorthala?
No.
Okay.
Also, you wouldn't know Dorthala.
Okay.
Yeah, the wine hasn't been made for 200 years.
Oh, bloody hell. You've got creepy elf magic.
All of the doors and windows slam shut.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, gods.
The stone eyes on the wheel open and kind of blink at you and examine you. And then you hear an unearthly scream.
What was it you said?
Hess is gonna try and.
No, when you drank the wine.
Give me a DC 12 will save.
Oh.
Everyone?
Yes. Except
Each
for
individual person?
yes.
Okay.
Except for the two characters that Paul did not bring in.
Sten and Sheila. Or not
Sten
Sten.
came in.
Will and Sheila.
I think we should do it in groups, so I'll let someone else go first.
I mean, I really only need to know who failed.
Okay. Well, what's the DC 12 you said,
DC
right?
12 will save.
Mindranar failed.
Okay, Devon failed. Everyone else succeeded.
Hess succeeded. Mom and Mondavi both failed.
Can he ride his pony into the building? I forgot to ask, but he would do that if it was possible.
I'm going to say the door's pretty... You can't ride it in. I mean, you could pull the pony in with you.
It's short, though.
No.
All right, well, he pulled it in with him, and then he resumed riding it once he was inside.
Okay.
Clinging against every
For the
shadow.
next 2 rounds, anyone who failed has a -2 to their attack rolls.
It's very squeepy.
Let's see here.
Easy, Powder Puff. Easy. Easy, girl.
All of the
have a lantern.
rusted equipment and in the bar, like all of the canning supplies, any like tools used to make wine, they all begin to float and levitate around
Oh.
the wine press.
Spooky wait winery.
I knew I shouldn't have gotten involved with bloody elves. Their twisted magics.
I'm tripping balls. This is almost as good as
All right.
alcohol.
Roll me some initiatives.
Oh. 14 for the Dragon Tear family.
8 for the Wittner family.
15 for Letty.
19 for the Whitegrass.
19 for the
Bloody
white
hell.
crown.
I finally rolled good on initiative and everyone else rolled better.
Whitegrass.
So the tools are all floating. We can attack them.
You can attack the tools.
How many of them are there?
A fuck ton.
Yeah, seems like.
I can give you a rough estimate.
Man, if you guys don't survive,
About 10.
it's going to look real suspicious when the Lettys come home with nobody else.
Barnaby was, well, as close as could be. Was trying to pay attention to, or was trying to remember what it was that. Which was it? Hamish? Was it Hamish who drank the wine?
Hey.
He said something about she won't rest till her bones are returned to him, or something like that.
That's right, he was talking about Brandolyn Red. Her bones. They wanted to buy her bones.
So, while Mindranar, or actually, I guess Mindranar has the penalty. Mindranar is going to try and go over and smash open one of the half-buried casks.
Sure.
While Barnaby and
Delia, by the
Dwellin.
way, not cask. Delia, by the way. not
Delia,
cask.
sorry, yes. While Dwellin and Barnaby attack some of the floating tools.
All right, so roll me the attacks for the tools.
Okay, Dwellin gets a 13
That hits.
for 2 damage.
Okay.
Barnaby with his staff swats at something for a modified 20 for 4 damage.
Okay. You smack some tools around. A couple fall out of the sky. So you're breaking open one of the Delia?
Yes.
You break it open, and there's some wine in there, but it does not look or smell like Brandolyn Red. Also, it's like half empty, but there's still wine in there. Letty family. So, Sten?
Can I do a makeshift shield out of any of the lids or anything? Is there anything in the room I could take to do that?
I mean, there are lids that would technically work as shields, but you have no effective way of holding them.
Oh, because, well, basically I failed my fort save and I'm really scared right now. So I figure
You
I
failed
just-
your will save, you mean?
or my will save. Yeah.
And you are literally scared? Yes.
Yeah. So I hold at my action until everyone's done.
Sure.
Okay.
Dragon, here.
Okay. Mungo stoically looks at the flying tools and strides forward with his club to try and smack one out of the air.
Sweet.
Oh, that's a 7.
You miss.
Okay. Devin's gonna gather his courage and strike a fine pose on his pony, and then he's gonna charge and
Kick the tools.
smack at one of the tools.
Excellent. Give me a +2 to that.
Hey, nice.
That doesn't help much with his fumble.
Oh. All right. Well, roll me a d4.
That's a 3.
Hey, you
I'm
got
sure
3
it'll be
twice.
Your weapon becomes loose in your hand. You have a -2 during your next roll.
Oh, that's what I got. Yeah.
All right. Were there any other rooms beyond this one?
No, it's all one big room.
All right. Hamish is gonna see if he can smash one of the windows open.
All right. Roll me, I believe, just damage.
3.
All right. You smashed one of the windows. You chipped away at it a little bit.
Right. Elwyn is fearfully going to fling a dart at one of the flying tools.
Sweet. Do it.
18.
Wow. He expertly throws it, dealing.
3 damage.
Hits one of the saws right in the handle and pins it to the wall.
Nice.
I did it!
It's like a sigh.
Whitegrass. No, wait. That's the old one. Ah, the tools attack.
When tools attack. Hey, like, man, like, in a world.
AC is less than 10, or 10 or less. Take 1 damage.
Ooh. So that's how this works.
Oh, they've cut me. I'm hurt.
Ow!
The Letty family.
That helmet didn't have.
The Vintner family.
Mondavi and Mum are gonna wait until the next round when they're not scared.
Okay.
Hess is gonna.
They're going to be scared for 2 rounds, by the way.
Okay. Hess is gonna dart forward and try to wipe the face off the.
You wipe away some of it, and then it just reappears.
Okay. That's all. I'm assuming that's all he can do in his turn. So.
All right.
So I can act now?
No, he said he held his action until
Oh,
everyone
you're
else
not.
had gone.
Yeah, you said until everyone else is gone. Did you mean all of your friendlies or everyone? Because there's one more enemy in the fight.
Oh, I just meant the friendlies.
Okay, so yeah, go for it.
Okay. Yeah, I see the horse fumble, and then I just, like, go crazy.
Okay.
And then try to attack one of the tools.
Sure.
No.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, with my pickaxe. I got to mine my way out of here.
Find my way out of here. He's just picking at the floor.
Okay.
All right. The face kind of, the ancient wheel of the wine press starts to turn by unseen hands as the great wheel grinds. Dark red blood from an unknown source begins to fill the basin. At the sight of the blood, Mondavi's like, by the gods, the secret ingredient in Brandolyn Red is Brandolyn's crushed head. They crushed her head.
Dear God! I drank her! She tasted good.
He's really a piece of that. That's not bad.
Mondavi also feels this, like, she feels this grim chill and feels like there's no way she's going to survive this encounter. Okay, so 3 characters. Mungo, Mindanar, and Sten. I need DC 15 will checks.
Oh boy.
Failed.
Fail.
DC 10?
15.
No. That's what I got. 10.
All right. You have all fallen under the control of Brandolyn, and you all turn towards Mondavi.
Uh oh.
I serve a new master now.
Back to the top of the initiative with the Whitegrass family.
So what's Mindranar doing?
Mindranar tries to grab Mondavi. What is your strength modifier?
+1.
Give me a d20 roll, Robin.
7.
He grabs onto Mondavi and starts trying to drag them towards the wine press.
Oh God, they're gonna make a fresh bat out of Mondavi.
Robert Mondavi is a wine brand.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
God.
That's the joke. All of
all
Robin's
of
characters are
Robin's
wine
characters.
brands.
I'm only
wineries.
familiar with Robert. That's why I was like, Robert Mondavi? That's a last name
All
of
right.
a guy.
What else
Robert
you doing?
Mondavi, the Hess Collection, Mum Napa, and Visa Tui. They're all wineries in the Napa Valley.
Duellin is going to smash open the other
Duella.
Duella.
Also half empty with some wine that is not Brandolyn Red.
Okay. I guess Barnaby's going to... There's a crank that turns the shaft that
It is
spins.
currently cranking and turning away.
All right, I guess Barnaby is going to try and clog it up with yards of fabric.
Your only weakness. Drapes.
Roll me a DC 15 fort save.
Oh, boy. For Barnaby?
Yes.
Okay. Oop. That-
Modified by your luck.
Oh.
Instead.
He actually has a positive luck. So that will be a 15 exactly.
The fabric is just utterly destroyed.
Oh.
You feel like if it had been a little more solid, that would have worked.
Okay.
Is that everyone? That is all you guys.
That is all of my guys, yeah.
Letty, you're up.
I
Sten.
feel very...
Oh, wait. Did I
peculiar.
target Sten?
You targeted me
Oh.
with the mind control device.
All right.
But I have a -2 for my fear, right?
What's your strength modifier?
0.
Robin, can you roll me a strength modifier for Mondavi?
Keep in mind I have a 4 agility, which means I am a shambling mound. Or not, a shambling zombie.
5.
So, Sten and Mindanar grab Mondavi and shove Mondavi's head into the wine press.
Oh, come on, Mondavi. He's on workman's comp.
Poor old girl.
And
After that workplace
Oh, yeah.
accident a few years ago.
let's see here. Let me roll some damage. I need to see. By the way, your characters are still completely aware of their actions. They just can't control their body at all. Just, you know.
I've been purple manned.
Oh, here we
I'm
go.
very sorry.
Get at least 5 of these
I
guys.
don't do this out of my own volition. But I do this out of tradition.
I'm not a violent person. Brandolyn's making us do this.
I'm not a perfect person. I'm just smothering your head into a vineyard, grape crusher.
58 damage to Mondavi.
No.
They are very deaded.
Yeah, you can't... I mean, is it really damage once their body is no longer, like, a body?
I mean, their body's fine.
It's just the head is crushed.
Liquid. Liquid head.
You know, as
That's
the
a good name
thing
for an IPA.
rolls around the head a couple times, it turns into pulp and then finally into juice. And as it's fully juiced, the wheel starts to slow. and
Pronounced
the tools lower to the ground,
pulp, not
and
pulp.
the door and windows open.
Oh no! They had a blood sacrifice to satiate the wine god.
Is Brandolyn's face still there?
Let's get the fuck
The eyes
out of
have
here.
closed, and the all of the red liquid has disappeared.
And Hamish runs out
Yeah,
as fast
they're
as
all
his
gonna-
stubby little
they're all
legs will
gonna
take
hurry
him,
out.
and the rest follow.
Yep, same here.
All right. Let's
All
give
right.
you.
Well, I think someone other than old Hamish should pick where to go next.
Picture time.
Sheila goes up to Sten. Sten, what happened? You young laddies, you really need to let me go in there.
Let me
This is not like the circus at all. I should have just stayed at home.
I should be doing something more important, like being a wizard's apprentice. I've been reading the Black Grimoire.
Okay. So you're
Shut up,
back.
Sheila. No one cares.
No shit. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
All right. So you're back out in the clearing in front of the winery. Does anyone want to go in there again?
No, I think we're good. I think
Okay, well, there's a house, a dilapidated house to your right. There's a, now that you're in front of the winery, you notice a kind of a big circular rolly door kind of thing blocking off part of the path. And there's also more of the path to the left that you assume is what would have led out if you had gone the path on the right at the entrance. Like it's a big circle.
Sorry,
And then
where is the circular rolly door?
so
thing?
you're now you're outside the winery having just exited. To your left, off kind of behind the winery, there is a big vault-like circular door.
Going into the hill?
Yeah, it's kind of dug into the side of the hill. And then
Can I take a look to see if there's any mechanisms around that door?
there is not. It looks like it would you'd have to kind of force it open. You also have the two paths that are now on your right that were on your left when you entered.
Right, so where do y'all fancy going?
Well, we haven't seen any indication of these ants, but
Well, ants tend to live underground, so...
that was exactly going to be my thought. Inside there's probably the likeliest place. Looks like it'll take maybe all of us to get that door open, though.
I'll put all of me dwarf muscles into it. No problem.
Save some
Behind
for
the
Stan.
winery, an enormous stone 10-foot in diameter door blocks the entrance to a cavern. Recent footprints are clearly visible in the soft dirt before the great stone. There are fresh scratches around the stone's edge, and the dirt around the base looks recently disturbed. Dwarves examining the area recognize that someone's attempt to gain entry by moving this stone with a crude tool, but was unsuccessful.
Oh, someone else has been here.
All right,
It's dwarven handiwork.
who's going to try and open it?
All right, leave it to old Hamish.
Are there any tools you would like to use?
Mindranar will try to
Oh.
ply his crowbar.
Yeah, I was going to ask if I could borrow that, but can we actually work together?
Well, remember...
Will's got one too.
All right.
Okay. It looks like about 3 people could get decent handholds.
Yeah.
In fact, Mindranar will offer the crowbar to Hamish if he wants to ply his dwarven skill to the task.
All right,
We can probably get 2 on the crowbar, actually.
give me a roll, Danny.
Well, that's a 3.
All right. Well, you get to add the 2 assisting characters' strength modifier and a +3 for the use of 2 crowbars.
It's actually a 4 because he has a +1.
So,
Okay.
+1 from Mindranar. And
That's
what's
5.
Will's strength modifier?
Oh, just 0.
Okay.
And then a +3 because of the 2 crowbars.
Oh, a total of 8.
One of the crowbars breaks.
Oh.
Barnaby's going to get in and help. Maybe he can get a wedge in being a smaller person or something.
Good thinking.
I mean, you can apply the main character's role in 2 other
Right.
characters. So, however you want to do it, you can try again if you want.
All right. I have to redeem myself. All right, that's a 14, so a 15 with my modifier.
+2 from Barnaby and Mindranar.
That's
+2 from
17.
the crowbar. So you managed to open the door.
All right.
The air is dank, and this dank
Oh,
cavern
it
smells
stank.
thick and ripe with fermenting fruit. Several wine barrels line the walls, and several dolaria still remain half buried in the earth. A few of the barrels have cracked and leaked their contents on the ground, but there are at least still 6 intact. Towards the back of the cave is a large earthen mound.
I don't suppose that mound would look something like a enlarged version of an anthill.
You're going back into the cave to look at the mound?
Did we
Does
leave?
anyone have like a torch or something?
I have a lantern.
Do you have any oil?
Do I.
Mom has a torch.
I assumed that I would as
I'll
part
do-
of my
I'll-
lantern.
You don't technically. I'll give you one use of it.
What?
Yeah, it doesn't come with it. I checked.
I have a candle.
Tracks of the insect men cover the surrounding area and lead into a large mound of soft earth, approximately 40 feet in diameter and 20 feet high. 8 different paths made by strange claw marks wind their way up the hill, crisscrossing each other until reaching the summit. The entire area has a very strong odor of sulfur with a slight tinge of garlic.
You know, they keep saying like ant men and insect men, and that's just making me picture like humanoids with insect heads, but I don't think that's what it's supposed to
Masked
be.
Rider.
No, we've seen what they look like. The picture just shows big ants.
Strange word choice.
All right, so you are in the wine cave, and there is this earthen mound at the back. What are you guys doing?
Do we poke the mound?
No, we probably need to go down there if we want to find Hort's head.
Mungo sighs when he hears that and starts climbing the side of the hill.
All of the white grasses will.
You're not doing anything in the wine cave? Just bypassing that?
Well, I guess we figure if we make our way out of the place, we can check out the wine. But
I'll pop open a few of the wine casks.
The barrels or the Delia?
Oh, let's start with the barrels.
I go for the Delilah.
All right. 3 barrels are cracked, but 6 are still intact. As you reach for the barrels, you hear a weird skittering sound.
Whoa.
What's your AC?
11.
You see a weird skull-like kind of centipede
I hate it.
bite you.
I hate it even more.
For 1 damage,
Oh.
give me a a fort save.
3.
You you feel the poison rush through your veins and immediately find your heart, and you seize up, fall to the ground, dead.
oh no, Hamish.
A second centipede writhes out of the barrel, and they both move to attack.
They killed Uncle Hamish.
There's just one dwarf you haven't stung yet, but the day's young.
Initiative rolls, please.
13 for the whitegrass family.
9.
20.
Together again.
Vintners, you're up.
So the centipede is just starting to crawl out of the...
2, and they're quite large, and they're kind of on the edge of the barrel, climbing out.
How large is quite large? Like bigger than a dog?
Yes.
Some little
So
pudgy things.
Hessa's gonna try and use his pitchfork to pin one to the ground by like its head.
Sure.
These are hilariously drawn.
14.
You hit it. Roll me damage.
5.
Abysses that
You
you stare
stab it through the head and pin it to the ground.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh gosh.
Mum is going to attack the one that is pinned with his scissors going for the eyes.
Oh, it is very dead.
Oh, it's dead?
It's very
Okay,
dead.
cool.
You pinned it like straight through its head.
Nice. He's gonna try and go for the legs, I guess?
Of the other one?
Yeah.
Sure.
Snip, snip.
7.
That does not hit. I know that's shocking to you, but it's not good enough.
Okay. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Whitegrass.
Okay, they're all just gonna gang up around that final centipede, smashing it with staves and hammers.
Sure.
Mindranar first, with a fumble.
Roll me a d4. Man, I should have just kept this open with how often we're doing this.
I guess 4.
Ooh, that's a good one. Your weapon has become horribly damaged and will take 10 minutes to repair.
Well, darn. Now Barnaby.
An old man picks up your weapon, starts kissing on it.
4.
An old priest.
Priest.
And then Dwelland with his hammer. Oh, well that's 19.
Okay, roll me some damage.
3.
Alright, you hit it quite handily and it looks very beat up, but not dead.
Yes.
And it then bites at Mindranar.
First of all, his staff broke.
Yes, which is why I must finish him off.
Everything's coming up, Mendranar.
Will a 17
Yes,
hit?
he'll be dead.
He'll be dead?
He has 1 HP.
Well, let me roll damage. Gosh. 4. Can
Yes,
I get
he's
a
dead.
fort save?
He's dead.
I want a fort save.
11.
Well, he didn't die from the poison.
You don't say.
All right.
I don't think we can say that for sure until we see an autopsy.
Well, he doesn't have to spend 10 minutes.
Well, his head is on the ground.
Oh, it just snaps over his head.
According to the drawing, that's not.
Dragon tear.
All right, Devin's going to steady his pony and then rear up and draw one of his steak knives and fling it at the centipede.
Okay.
Oh, that's 10.
That barely misses.
Right. Here goes Mungo. Oh, nope. Mungo misses terribly. Elwyn is going to, I forgot to retrieve my dart.
It's in the winery still.
I guess he'll pick up Hamish's club.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Hamish. Can he attack this turn?
Yes, but he'll have a -2 modifier.
Alright, he misses.
All right. Letty.
Will try to spear the centipede.
Sure.
15.
That'll hit.
So 1d6 for 3.
It is very dead. You stab it, and you get it right in the kind of the center, and you pin it to the ground and kind of wiggle it around and then pull it out, and it's very dead. Can I get a...
Perhaps we shouldn't open any more of these barrels.
All right,
That
you've
might be prudent.
Yeah, no.
killed the horrible cave centipedes.
I think we should open one of the wine casks in
The-
commemoration of Uncle Hamish.
I think that is
Duellas?
also a bad idea.
What are they called?
Dual
Well,
Duali?
Yeah. Dual
I thought Sten was on his way to actually investigate the Duale.
Oh, yes. You did say that.
So.
They're big clay dual. You can crack them open. There's some wine in them.
I can crack them open. I cracked
One of them is labeled Brandolyn Red.
Okay, so I cracked that one open.
Maybe we don't. That's the one that we could get paid for if we bring it back.
Oh, yeah. Then I'll just take it.
It's big.
It's a big pot. Oh.
Yeah, let me go back and describe what these actually are.
it
a
also
little bit better.
might be important if they really did use Brandolyn's head to make the wine.
6
It might be
people.
part of the bones that we have to return.
Oh, that's good thinking.
Quite macabre.
It might be best not to open it ahead of time lest they see the broken wax and think it was planted.
Well, that's a good idea.
The dual are very large and heavy. They are 6 feet high and as wider than a barrel.
Oh, wow.
So it'd take a group of us to get it back.
Yes. Also, just the dual itself is quite valuable, let alone what's in it, because they're very hard to make.
Oh, if I had known that, I don't know if my characters would have gone breaking open the other ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just leave it alone.
Yeah, we can maybe bring it back if any of us survive this. The other one is not labeled Brandolyn Red?
No.
Crack that one open, maybe.
Okay, Sten's going to try and crack that one open.
There is some wine in there. It doesn't smell as fragrant as Brandolyn Red, but
Sten gets a cup,
okay.
drinks it.
It's just some wine. It doesnn't taste too bad. It's not like
another
vinegar at this point.
cup.
Sure.
Sten drinks.
You might want to slow down there,
Give
buddy.
me a
We're-
fort save.
Okay.
Devin gets Hamish's empty chest and uses it to get a little of the wine.
Chest cavity?
No, he was carrying a treasure chest around.
Oh.
And he fills
13
that
plus
up.
2, so 15.
Yeah, you're still good. You're
then-
drinking away.
And then
You
I
don't feel,
wipe my brow and go, yep, after further testing, it is delicious.
but not as delicious as Brandolyn Red.
Well, I wouldn't know.
Oh, you know. You've heard that it's basically magic.
Well,
I've seen how it was made.
now that you've gotten your courage, we should probably head down and get Hort's head.
I got to get rid of some courage, and I go and I pee in a corner after most of everyone's left.
Just
I
going
think
straight
we're going
into
to
the
need
earthen
all
mound.
the courage we can get.
You mean without exploring any of the other barrels?
We should pause.
Or the other. So you've felled the centipedes and you are in the wine chamber. Do you guys want to continue to the earthen mound or backtrack to some of the other stuff you passed by?
Do we want to commit to going down right now? There was some other stuff we could look at. Maybe we could find some more old things that could help us.
Seems like every time we stop to look at something, we die. So, wouldn't it be good to just go where we're going?
The Lettys really need Hort's head back.
Yeah.
That's
a good
just
point.
us speaking.
It's
So-
not just you speaking, because the Whitegrasses are tasked with it too, to kind of broker the peace and make sure that we're not blamed for it.
right.
So I'm totally with you on that.
Yeah. I guess this is Sheila, since this is the most default voice I have.
I agree. We should get in there, get the head, and get the hell out of here.
All right. Expediency then.
All right. I'm going to reread this for you guys. Tracks of the insect men cover the surrounding area and lead into a large mound of soft earth, approximately 40 feet in diameter and 20 feet high. 8 different paths made by strange claw marks wind their way up the hill, crisscrossing each other until reaching the summit. The entire area has a very strong odor of sulfur with a slight tinge of garlic.
And the garlic smell we only ever got after any of them died, right?
Correct.
Devin gets
Or-
off his pony.
Or after the acid had become inert from eating too much stuff. Which is what happened with Will, because it didn't kill him.
Right.
Devin gets off his pony and gives her a few reassuring pets on the head and elects not to tie her up so that she can run away if something comes and tries to kill her.
Nice. That's very kind of you.
She's very well trained, so she won't run away otherwise, he believes,
Oh,
as
actually,
an animal trainer that's proud in his work.
Will leads the way with,
Llewellyn will follow Will.
with Sten holding the lantern close to Will so that there's light at the
One
front.
second.
Oh, sorry.
Here, Mungo, take this candle and lead the way.
Did you get...
Yes, my lord.
Is the candle lit?
Who's leading the way?
The way that you light
Will.
a candle.
Will's leading the
normally.
way?
yeah. And can Hamish's lantern be salvaged?
Yes, it can.
But it already got used, right?
And you're all following Will?
Yes.
And are you picking a particular path, or you're just going up one?
We'll just go...
Oh, right, because there are 8 different paths.
Yeah.
The white grasses will try to take a path that goes up alongside Will's.
Okay.
The chamber next door.
I guess the dragon tears will do the same.
So we'll be flanking the leddies.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna send Mum with Danny's group and Hess with Fox's group.
Okay. Paul, all of the leddies have made it to the top of the mound and inside.
Oh.
Roll me a DC 14 reflex save, Fox, for whoever's in front, which would be the one closest to the center.
That'll be a 17
All right. Roll me another one.
for the person behind.
No.
Oh, for the same person. Okay. That will be a
Oh, I guess it would be for the person behind too. Now that I think about it. Yes.
13.
A acid bladder that you did not see explodes, dealing 3 damage to your character.
Barnaby dissolves.
So he explodes at his foot and a little bit splashes upward, and his leg literally melts away as he's screaming just before the acid that hit his chest reaches his heart. And he kind of plummets back down the trail. Danny, roll me a reflex save.
11.
Oh, Barnaby!
An acid bladder explodes, dealing 2 damage to your character.
Bloody hell! Oh, burns! Oh.
All right, Vox, roll me a reflex save.
18.
All right, roll me one for whoever's behind him, if anyone.
No, there's no. It's just
I believe
Llewellyn now.
Robin has a character behind you.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Hess. 7.
You step on an acid bladder, which explodes, dealing 1 damage to you.
Oh, that's not as bad.
Danny, give me a reflex save.
Who knew that ants planted landmines? That's an 11?
You step on an acid bladder, which deals 1 damage to you.
Fucking hell! Oh, we should have followed the bloody leddies.
It's
Everyone else makes it to the top.
This is such bullshit.
Did Mum not have to roll for whatever Danny's group had to roll?
Because
they
Mungo
blew 'em
stepped
up.
on them all.
Who all did we lose here?
Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby died.
Barnaby Jones.
Barnaby Jones.
Mungo, I want you to know, we're going to free you after this. Thank you, my lord. Does anyone have any water?
Well, I do, but it's holy water. I'm not sure it's the kind to be drunk.
Hess hands you a vial of holy water.
Thank you. I'm still in extreme pain,
Do you
but
drink the holy water?
I drink it, yes.
All right. All right.
You do that.
I rub... Mungo rubs his strange-looking rock for luck once again.
You enter into an underground series of tunnels that are very narrow. So much so, in fact, that only one human could stand in them abreast, or maybe two elves or two halflings could stand side by side. But besides that, you have to go single file from here on out. Looks like we have...
Duellin is not taking the lead here.
Looks like we have one elf and one halfling left.
Yes.
So
Maybe they'll be side by side.
You can double up.
Yeah.
Double up for safety.
So who's going completely in front? Since this is a multi-group thing now.
Will
be front? Mm-hmm. All right. So you continue onward, and you reach a three-way split. There's a path going left, a path going straight, and a path going to the right.
I go left.
All right. You come into a chamber with some... This chamber contains 8 translucent cylindrical pods, each about 5 feet in height and 2 feet in diameter at their widest point. As you approach them with your light source, you see they're made of some sort of waxy material, and each pod contains something vaguely humanoid in shape.
Oh, God.
That's odd. Do you want to see what...
Leading out of here, there is a... So you entered, and there's a path directly to your right, and there's one on the far side of the chamber that would be kind of to your left, but like further in.
Do we know if
You'd have to
anyone?
walk past all of the pods.
Do we know of anyone else who's missing, like the tanner?
You do not.
Should we cut one of those open and...
No.
How many could I skewer with my flagpole?
I mean, you can skewer as many as you want.
One at a time.
Yes.
I feel like it's very telling when someone says you have to walk past all of these. So
Well, no, there's a path that we can go to that doesn't have to go past
Yes.
all of them,
Right.
and then there's a path that does have to. It's a clarification thing, although
Oh.
I understand the ominousness you are perceiving from said statement.
right.
But what if some of them are still alive?
That's kind of what I'm wondering. Maybe they can still be saved if they're people. They look people-ish. The ants don't really look people-ish, right?
I mean, they're humanoid sized. They're not humanoid shaped.
Right.
Devin, can I borrow one of those steak knives you pilfered from the wedding? Why don't you send Mungo to do it? I think Mungo's been through enough. Here, just give me one of those.
Roll me a luck check for whoever's opening it.
Wait, before you open, can we make our way to the side that doesn't have, where we don't have to walk?
You're on that side right now.
Oh, the Lettys? Oh, okay.
I mean, you can walk to the right and go back down the other tunnel, but you're as far away from them as you can be currently.
Oh, okay. I thought there were two paths leading
There are.
far
There's
away.
another one that's to your right,
Uh-huh.
but it's like pretty close to you, and there's another one on the other side of the chamber, which is kind of to your left.
Okay, so I'll go to the one on the... Well, I'll ready myself on the one on the right, just in case shit
Okay,
goes
so
down.
Wait,
you're going to the
there.
other tunnel. Okay.
Yeah.
Duellin will back up. Which of your people is approaching?
Elwyn.
Duellin will back up Elwyn as...
Give me a luck check.
Elwyn, right?
Yes.
17.
As you cut it open, roll me a d4.
4.
A person kind of falls out looking a little dazed and kind of famished. Oh. And he has kind of two broken sticks with him that are about 5 feet long, and he has an RPG book that falls to the floor. And he's like, I was in there for I don't know how long. Give that to Danny.
So they are still alive.
Okay.
Duellin's going to break open another one.
Are you
You're
okay?
going to break one open?
Mom silently offers you a pair of scissors.
Oh, thank you.
Give me a
You'll
luck roll
carefully cut it open. Oh,
with whoever's doing it.
15.
You cut it open. Roll me a d4.
1.
You find... Oh.
Well,
As you open it, just a horrendous smell leaves the place. And you see... It smells like... I mean, it smells like you're privy on your property. And
God.
a hideous-looking person with, kind of blackened, stained hands and just a dirty, grimy face, missing some teeth, comes out. She's like, "Oh, thank you for letting me out, Sonny. I'm a gong farmer."
Oh, you're welcome.
Mom silently holds his hand out back for his scissors.
Sheila goes and...
Duellin will wipe them on his clothing before handing them back.
Sheila's going to cut one open.
Roll me a lux roll.
Roll me lux roll. 16.
Roll me a d6.
3.
You cut it open, and an older gentleman pops out, and 50 feet of rope drop to the floor as you cut the thing open.
That thing's
Robin,
got no
can you
more
please
of his
hand this to Paul?
penis.
I believe that's rope, sir.
Oh, bridle. I was like, he's a bride and he has a 50-foot rope?
No, he's an ulster.
Huh?
He's an ulster.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that word means.
That's a man who takes care of animals at an inn.
Duellin will just... How many of them? There are 4
a
of these
colleague.
total?
There are 8
8
total.
Oh. Duellin will borrow Jess's dagger to cut open another one.
Roll me a luck roll.
Oh, 10.
You cut into it, and a desiccated corpse falls to the ground,
So they're
letting
not
out
all-
a very noxious gas. Roll me a fort save.
Good heavens.
11.
You are fine, though your stomach feels very upset.
They're not all alive.
Okay. Sheila's going to cut another one down.
Sure.
It's a luck, plus luck.
Yes.
So I got an 11.
You cut it open, and a desiccated
Yeah.
corpse falls to the ground. Roll me a fort save.
4. Plus...
You
plus 1, 5.
violently vomit all over the floor, feeling a little shocked and stunned by the sight. You don't know why this gets you more than seeing people die earlier today, but it does. And you're fine, but you feel a little shaken. Kind of, where you get the, shakes after vomiting really hard.
Oh, that's a good vomit.
Ugh.
Do the vendors want to give a try at it? Okay.
They both shake their heads.
Duellin is going to open another one.
Sure.
That will be a 12.
You cut it open, and a desiccated corpse falls out. Roll me a fort save.
It's like a 15 or higher.
Oh, that's a 17.
You are fine, though your stomach is a little upset.
So wait, how many? That's because we got 1, 2, and 3.
You've cut
4,
open 5.
3 more left.
Nothing? You're good?
He's got all 4 characters.
I mean, I have all 4 characters too, but...
All right, I'll open another
No, you
one.
don't-
That's a 12.
Desiccated.
A desiccated corpse falls out. Roll me a fort save.
Total of 2.
You vomit horrendously all over the floor. You feel you feel quite shaken and a little sick, but overall okay.
2 more left.
There
Are
are
you
2
all
left.
right,
Sheila.
Master Elwin?
And Duellin.
Ooh, yeah, baby. A natural 20 plus 2.
You cut it
22.
open and a desiccated corpse falls out.
fuck.
Roll me a fort save.
Damn it.
So it's not.
It's just because I maxed out. 3.
No, it's probably we've
Oh,
already
wait, fort save.
probably found all the people.
Yeah, we probably found all the people. It's all right. 16.
You are fine.
Okay.
Duellin gets an 18.
All right. She
A
returned...
desiccated corpse falls out. Roll me a fort save.
12.
You are fine.
Well, at least we were able to save some people.
All
Isn't
right.
that right, Bob?
Yes.
Bert.
So you are
So
now in the
fortunate.
chamber where you've cut open all of these things filled with vomit, the smell of night soil wafting through the room, along with the smell of desiccated corpses. There is a pathway far to the left and one to the right of where you entered, much closer.
The far one?
Well, you were ready to go down the right one.
All right. I'll go down the right one.
You come to a 3-way intersection. There is one to your right, one going straight, and one going left. It looks vaguely familiar.
Elwin will make some marks on the wall in chalk each time we come to a place.
Smart. I assume that's starting now?
Yes.
Does anyone have a lantern?
I mean, I do.
Because I got me some oil here, but I don't have anything to put in it.
Mom silently offers you a torch.
Well, thanks. Jess will hold the torch. She now smells like hot shit.
Oh, shit. So I went right. So if we go left, I'm sure it's not a right angle left, but it still would be going towards one direction.
Should we not, keep going the same path to sort of go right, and then track our way around? If we're picking a direction, we pick the same direction?
If we go right, so we went right,
Yes.
we go right again, and we go right again, that would be almost a circle.
Well, you went left, right.
Okay, I went left, right.
So you went left.
Oh, right. Okay.
But these paths aren't straight.
Yeah.
They're not right.
So it's
right?
quite arbitrary, it's basically.
Yeah, I mean, they're ant tunnels.
Yeah. We have a vote?
I think he's got a good idea sticking with one path
Okay. Right it is
all
then.
the way to the end.
All right, so you mark it, you go through, and you come into a chamber with some desiccated corpses and some night soil on the floor and vomit.
So
There's
we went in
a
circle.
path to the left and a path to the right.
Okay. So let's go. So let's go to the far
So no,
Okay.
left.
Yeah.
And I
All
put a cross mark in chalk next to the right path that we went down last time.
All right. As you step out into this chamber, that's not really a chamber. It's still very narrow, but just ever so slightly wider, but not wide enough to still be abreast. You see three Ant-Men with different coloration and a little bit. They just don't look the same as the other ones. You're not sure why, but the first one kind of gives you the. You look at it and you just kind of feel like it's kind of feline almost, and you're not sure why. The one behind that has a pair of vestigial butterfly wings, and the final one is quite a bit larger in a dark shade of red. You feel that these might be the royal guards of the ant colony.
So since Will's in the front, he's going to go full on water boy and charge. How far?
You can charge if you want. It's about 10 feet.
Okay. Charge with his stupid flagpole.
It's a spear. It's dealing more damage than most our weapons.
Yeah. We'll go for the vestigial butterfly.
No, you can't. You can go for the cat, which is in front.
Oh, the cat.
You need to roll me initiative. You might not
that's
be
true.
first.
Even though I'm in the front of the party?
So is the cat. The cat is in front of its party, and it's guarding.
That's true.
I do not know that you guys need to roll initiative really, because it's single file, so you can't do anything.
Well, that's not true. Jess could try and hurl her oil flask at one of them. And
you
then-
are in a literally.
Okay.
It's so tight that you can't go abreast, and you're going to try and throw it around.
No, I was going to try and throw it over. I
It's
guess-
not that high.
Okay,
There's
it's
no
not that
arch
high.
there.
Okay, sorry. I assumed it was, I guess.
Uh,
All right, so, Will, I guess, have fun.
But he has to. You rolled in?
It's I rolled initiative, a 19.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I didn't get that. I got
It
9.
spits acid at you.
Oh.
Will.
11. Dealing 4 damage.
Ooh, I had 8 from that priest, but fuck, blah, 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 blah.
So the acid kind of hits you, not quite on your head, but like a little bit falls onto your jaw and your upper chest, and your lower jaw just melts away, and your tongue hangs out as your body just slowly gets eaten by the acid, and it's just like a skeletal torso, and then, fleshy bits that fall backwards into the group, and now you can step over Will to fight the thing. I'll take a new initiative for the next person.
It's probably Mum.
Okay.
All right, so
Then you'll be next.
roll me an initiative for Mum.
I already rolled. Do you want me to roll again?
No, that's fine.
19.
Okay, well, it's their turn.
I guess he's gonna try and stab the cat with his scissors.
It is still an ant. You get a vague cat-like impression.
I'm
feline.
going to stab the vaguely cat-like ant with my scissors.
The
Sure.
Kent, if you will.
I won't.
I think somebody watched Hunter x Hunter before they wrote their
10.
DCC adventure.
That is not in the adventure. I added it. You miss.
Because of Ryan, I do understand that reference.
Cheetah.
No,
Not that one?
no. It's very clear that it's not that one, since these are the royal guards, and there are
yeah,
3 royal guards,
big dude. That one.
and the one with the butterfly wings.
Right.
It attacks, spitting, or I guess biting at you, since you tried to stab it. It rolls a 20,
Oh.
dealing 4 damage. It bites your upper torso and literally rips you in half. Just squeezes, and you fall into 2 parts.
It's Bob's time to shine.
Excellent.
He has a 20.
Well, yeah,
Initiative.
Sweet. His turn.
I'm gonna get some payback against these ants for cocooning me. He's gonna charge with his pole.
Bob's pretty sweet, by the way. He rolled really well. All right, Dan. What did you roll?
Bob rolled a 17 for his charge.
Oh, he hits.
2 points of damage, baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
+2, right?
Only.
all right.
We're just peasants.
It is the ant's turn, who bites at Bob,
Yeah, bring it on.
rolling a 20.
Oh, fuck.
Jeez. Twice in a row.
No. A natural 20 this time.
Oh. Last time it was a modified.
A modified 20.
Great Gygaxian lords protect me.
Oh, right, the RPG book.
It's so funny that that's literally what it says in the game that he has.
You didn't make that?
No.
I wanted to have him dual wield the two halves of his broken 10-foot pole, but
Right? Oh, it's nice, a 10-foot pole and then rope.
It bites his head and squeezes, and it pops like a grape.
that's
Doing
great.
6 damage.
Oh, this isn't going well.
There goes Bob. Alas, poor Bob, we
think-
hardly knew
I
ye.
think Llewellyn is probably next.
Llewellyn, what's your
Robin?
initiative?
I feel like everyone would run after seeing
You're up.
these people just taken out.
How would we run? We'd have to
I
run
think
through each
Llewellyn's
other.
also going to try a charge with the swing of the hammer.
Excellent.
Charged as what?
+2 attack.
Probably fine. Hey, a 15.
All right,
Okay.
you hit.
And 4 damage.
You bash in the ant's skull, smashing it.
Oh,
Nice.
poor Bob. And
That's one royal guard down.
who else? Oh, which was your character that died, Robin?
Mum.
For Bob and Mum. Not that it was my mum, but for Mum.
Poor
Right
Mom.
as you're like, yeah, for Bob
The
and
butterfly
Mama,
one
you
fits-
see an acid blob fly at you. An 11.
Yes.
An acid blob hits you in the head, melting your head off.
Oh, how much damage was that?
5.
Oh, yeah, that'll. Oh.
So,
That'll
Starship
definitely do it.
Troopers, medieval version. Follow me, I know the way.
Robin. I have a feeling Ryan's going to get his,
They're doing their part.
by dying.
It's an awful planet, a bug planet. The only good bug is a dead one.
Who's up next?
Who's
Oh, fuck.
Mum, I guess, technically? Who's closer?
Oh, definitely Mum.
You or me?
Bang.
I feel like we should
Yeah.
alternate.
Pencil length.
Hess
Yeah,
is definitely
Hess.
next.
I feel like we should alternate so that you don't just get wiped out. Because, I mean, the thing is, some of us are not sitting as close to the so-called center, so...
Sure, I mean, whatever.
I mean,
If you
unless
want
you...
Mungo to go next.
Unless
It's
you
really
guys
fine.
want to...
It's fine.
Oh, gods. All right. For freedom!
Charges in.
Mungo charges with his club. 19.
Oh, he hits.
Nice.
1 damage.
Nice.
All right, well, you kind of hit it on the head, and it kind of clicks at you, and then it bites.
At least I'll die a free man.
Rolling a 4.
Yeah.
Mungo?
Mungo!
It's not over yet. 14.
That'll hit.
4 damage.
You bash its head in.
I'm not going down that easily.
Nice.
You dastards.
A
Bring on the next one.
blob of acid flies over, the corpse and hits you,
What does it?
dealing 3 damage, melting through your chest.
Oh, Mungo!
Not
And
Mungo!
you guys from the behind just kind of see the blob, and you can't quite tell if it killed Mungo, and he's just standing there for a second. And then you start to see the vapors come off of him, and you smell the sulfur, and he falls forward. Whoever else?
Run.
Wow, his pelvis said that.
Sten next, I believe you said?
Yep. Yes. You tried. I'm going after you with my pickaxe.
Is he charging?
I guess.
Because you can get a +2 to attack that way, but it will
No,
lower your
my
AC
agility is such dog shit.
Your
but
agility
yeah.
does not affect a charge.
I know. It's just me envisioning a
Sure.
limping old dwarf. All right, let's do it. Yeah. Ugh. No. 9.
That misses.
Oh, I feel around.
The ant bites you, rolling a 17, dealing 4 damage.
Choke on it.
And then he dies.
Who's next?
I believe
Probably Hess.
Hess was next.
Is that your last character?
That is my last character.
Do you want me to go next since I have 2 left?
No, that's okay.
All right.
So,
Hess has got this. Charge. Charge it and just kill this fucking thing.
I'm gonna hold my pitchfork out in front of me and charge with it.
Oh!
15.
You hit.
1d6.
Uh,
Nice.
1d6.
Kill it! Kill it!
6.
6.
Ah, you just like impale it and it falls over dead.
The Royal
Nice.
Guard.
I Hester got you, big whopping nerd, ya ho!
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. I
Beyond
have
you,
to change my bridges.
beyond you finally see that the tunnel's
You can
opening.
put in here, love.
Why, the whole place already smells like shit.
As beyond you finally see the tunnel kind of opening up, and there it is. There's also a path to the right that you can kind of see, so you can go into the one that's opening up, or there's another pathway to the right.
Can we just peek into the one that's opening up?
You can just peek in if you want.
I nervously poke my head into the room.
With a that's so perfect. With a mixture of caution, tension, and fear, you approach the largest of the caverns thus far encountered. You realize that this is the chamber of the Ant Queen, and it is not surprisingly bustling with activity as several Ant-Men drones scurry about. The Ant Queen herself, however, seems to have undergone some horrific trauma, as the creature's head has been removed from its body,
Oh no.
leaving sickly trails of ichor still pumping from its thorax. The Ant-Man drones seem to be attempting to revive her by popping open piles of mucus-covered pupa eggs and blithely attempting to attach the younglings onto the bleeding stump where the queen's head once was.
I slowly retract my head back around the corner, and I look at the others, and Devin just shakes his head.
You do get the impression that the drones are, like, fully on autopilot.
It's bad.
How many drones were there?
Bad?
What's the scale?
There are 3 drones, and they're popping open pupas.
On a rating of 1 to 10, I'd say like a 7, 8.
Oh, I mean, we've just faced a bunch of tough ones, and what's so scary in there, then?
There's the queen.
Aye?
She's got no head. And
Well, that
then-
sounds great.
Well, yeah, but it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah,
What else aren't you seeing?
Why does
You
the
also-
queen have no head?
You also kind
I
of
don't know.
noticed another path behind the queen that looked like it was also dug out, but maybe not by ants. It doesn't have quite the same...
Hess is
You
gonna
can't really tell why, but it just doesn't look right to you.
Hess is gonna peek into that room.
Okay? You see a decapitated ant queen, some drones trying to put pupas on it.
He's going to draw back into the hallway and take off his backpack that he's been wearing and take out a goose, a live goose, and throw it into the room to see if they notice that it's there.
The drones do not seem to notice at all.
Oh, thank God.
Should just run past.
So you sit there and wait for a little bit.
Yeah.
All of the pupa, after a few minutes, because they've all been opened now, jump off of the queen and just devour the hen in a moment.
How big are the pupas?
The pupas are very small, about maybe this big.
So like Chihuahua size?
Yes, for the listeners, I'm holding my hands a little under 2 feet wide.
Can we get a roll for the battle of the goose versus the
Well,
pupa?
no.
Yes, it's dead.
Hess is gonna
That was my roll.
so like make like a sort of like
Okay.
gather around motion with his hands. So as always, the geese are extremely useful. The drones and obviously the
I
queen.
want to make a little note real quick, sorry. The pupa have kind of an oily sheen to them, not unlike the oil that was handed to, or just tried to hand to someone else. The lamp oil. It has that kind of sheen on them.
So, what again was it you're all here down for? It appears not just to rescue us.
Who has the my torch? Give me
Jess
that.
holds up the torch.
Give me that.
What?
Is that our only light source?
No, I have
No.
a lantern.
Okay.
Well,
Give me that.
we had lanterns.
What's it? Why?
Hold on.
It's yours, I guess,
What if they
so.
put Hort's...
Chucks it in the room with the ants.
Damn it.
In the room,
Or
Like,
at the pupas?
At the pupas.
roll me an attack roll.
What if they put Hort's head on the queen's
You have
body?
a- no, it's fine.
Thinking,
Just roll
but
me.
just doesn't
5.
know about that.
It falls short. It goes out.
Nothing but net.
Cool shit doesn't happen if you don't try.
No, but it probably would have been better if you'd gone in and like thrust it at them instead of throwing it.
Well, we came, we rescued Jess, was it?
Aye, I did at that.
The white grasses are all dead, so
Sheila tries to run across the room and pass.
Sheila! Oh,
No,
God!
wait, not.
Just into that chamber. Is that how many people eat her?
Which of your
'Cause you
people
only
does
I
need
he
was
carry?
rolling for each of the poopa jumping at you.
Yeah.
You are covered in poopas.
Okay.
3 of the 5 managed to get on you.
Oh, God. Sheila!
Which of your characters is carrying the
Would you like to
lantern?
roll initiative and try and fight them, or
I guess.
Paul, which of your characters is carrying the lantern?
Oh no, they're gone.
Oh, the lantern's gone?
No, all my characters that had lanterns, they're dead.
Okay, that would be like recoverable though, right?
Yeah, probably.
he left them wherever they are?
Yeah.
All right, Jess is going to recover one of those lanterns.
Where are they? Just like back in the
Probably
area?
in the room where we fought all of the...
Probably. Okay,
yeah, it's in the
that's
room
fine.
with the royal guard. But 14.
All right, so you go first. There are five poopas. 3 of them are on you. 2 will probably get there in the following round.
Can Devin roll initiative to...
Yes, you can all join in.
And then I roll to attack.
13 for the dragon tier.
What was your roll, Paul? To attack?
Oh, I was about to do that. 5. Oh wait, nope. 4.
You miss.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, what was your initiative, Paul?
15.
Jess rolls a 14, but since she's recovering a lantern, she'll probably be delayed.
Okay. Are the vintners scanning in on this? Or the one vintner?
Is the vintner?
I guess he'll stand and wait, kind of hanging his head in shame.
Okay.
Oh, I still got.
So not joining
Bert.
the combat?
You still have one more?
I have another guy.
All right.
Bird.
Well, he rushes in right ahead of the dragon tears.
And then he's gonna try to hit her with his staff.
Hit her with the
No,
staff?
hit the pupa.
One of the pupa?
Yeah, one of the pupa.
On her? I will not make you roll against her, so
Okay,
just
sure.
letting you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out which one you're hitting, not if I can kill her.
Ooh, that's cool. 18.
That hits. Roll me some damage.
1d4. Probably 1. 4.
You smack the pupa and it flies off of her and hits the ground with a sickening thump and kind of splatters a little bit. It looks very dead.
Hey, that's 1 down.
Dragon tears.
Devin swallows and tries to screw up his courage. I've got to help her. And he steps out and he takes out a steak knife and throws it at one of the pupa on Sheila.
Sure.
Natural 20.
Roll me damage.
4.
Okay. Do you want to know your crit effect? Because you basically crit. That thing is super dead. You just you hit it dead center and it kind of spasms for a second then falls to the ground.
Bullseye. Elwyn is going to nervously try to smack one of the pupa off of Sheila with
The
his
last
club.
one on Sheila.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 more coming.
That's a 3.
That will miss.
Sorry.
The pupas now attack.
1 on Sheila.
1 attacks Sheila. Misses. 1 jumps at each of your characters. Danny? The first roll is a 12.
That'll hit. I assume that's for the first one. Who's further back?
Doing 2 damage.
Oh.
The second one misses horribly. It is now
Devin. No.
the vintner. It's Mum, right? Is not-
Hess.
Hess is not getting involved yet.
Correct.
All right. Jess makes her way back to the chamber. It is now the top of the order again. Letty's turn.
All right, Sheila. Trying to fight off this last pupa.
I should note the drones just kind of stare on blankly as you murder all the pupa.
13.
You hit,
4.
murdering that pupa quite thoroughly. You feel like you could have killed 2 pupas with that blow if it were possible.
If it were possible.
And then...
Oh, Bert. So Bert's going to attack the ones that aren't
Oh yeah,
on Sheila.
1 killed.
16.
That hits.
With his staff, he shall make 1 damage.
You smack it quite thoroughly, but it looks like it's still alive.
Yep. End of my party.
Danny?
Elwyn's going to try and kill the pupa that just killed his brother.
Excellent.
That's a 9.
That'll hit.
Oh!
Nice. 1.
To be clear, this is not the one that Paul attacked, right?
I don't know.
I do not believe
if he
so.
attacked
Probably
that
not.
one.
No, I don't think so.
So they both are looking quite beat up, but alive.
Ridiculous.
One of the pupas jumps at the character that hit it, Paul? Bert?
Bert.
It jumps at him in a general kind of sense.
A little punch
and
drunk.
one attacks Elwyn. Rolling a sweet 15,
That'll hit.
doing 1 damage.
God, it hurts really bad.
Kind of chews on you a little bit. Jess?
Jess is going to ululatingly charge the one that is on Elwyn and try to stab it with her dagger.
Sure.
16.
You never were so happy to smell shit before. Danny. Roll me
3
some-
damage.
Oh, it is super dead.
Yay!
No.
Hess is still not doing anything?
Hess will run in at this point, stab the pupa.
The one remaining pupa.
I will give him an immediate attack roll.
11.
You hit.
6 points of damage.
The farmer charge hits again. Ah! All right, it is dead, and the drones still just kind of look at you blankly.
Is the lantern that Jess collected still lit?
Sure.
Okay, great.
Hess is gonna pick up the torch.
The torch is out, but can be relit. So there are only the entrance that you came in and another tunnel at the back of this room.
Sheila goes to
Everybody get yourselves in that tunnel.
Sheila just goes to the tunnel immediately. Bert follows.
All right.
Elwyn follows.
Before
with a
anything
blank
happens,
look.
Jess is going to hurl her oil flask at the queen's body
Okay.
and then hurl the lantern after it.
Kind of hits the body and
You mean
it
the
sputters for a little
It doesn't
bit.
break and catch it on fire.
I mean, it's on fire, sure. But,
Yeah, she sets the queen's body on fire and then rushes after everybody into the tunnel.
Okay.
She was trapped in a cocoon. She's exacting some fucking revenge.
That's fine.
And also burning the queen might kill the ants. Who knows?
Now, if you hit a poopa, then we'd have fun.
Oh, would it have exploded?
When you told Robin to run in with the torch, by the way, you were like, you should have killed your character.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna.
Oh, right.
Throwing it would be fine.
Right.
It'd
I
probably kill all of the poopa.
I didn't want to walk around in the same area where there was the flammable stuff.
Cautiously, you descend
Fair
deeper
enough.
into the cavern. As your eyes adjust to the light, you suddenly feel your urine freeze as you come face to face with a horrific amalgamation of withered gray body parts grotesquely fused together. It's clear to you now that limbs collected from the crypts and corpses of others have been harvested and somehow assimilated into this creature, giving it mass. Indeed, you see Hort's lifeless as well as scalpless head bulging from the creature's girth like a ripe hemorrhoid. While it has no working eyes that you can see, the creature nonetheless appears aware of your presence as it lifts its bulbous mass on a collection of legs and flails lifeless arms in your direction.
Well, I guess I should have saved that oil flask.
But before you can draw your weapons to defend yourselves, you see Frezzo emerge from behind the corpse harvester. He is still clothed in soiled wedding attire, and his eyes appear to be glassy and crazed. He licks his lips disturbingly and turns to the creature and says, "Behold, great Shamian, here are the souls I promised. My payment for your assistance. Murdering Hort is satisfied."
Frezzo?
Frozo is the brother?
Yeah.
Yep.
Frezzo's the brother. He's a Letty, too.
Yeah. The brother of Holt.
Hort.
Hort, sorry.
No, it's okay. You are off the Christmas card list.
Jess was never on it.
Well, I mean,
I think he was talking to Frozo.
to Frezzo, because we're Lettys. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I thought you were talking to me because I got his
I
name
guess
wrong.
give me some initiatives.
Oh, boy.
7.
Also 7.
17 for Jess.
14.
Jess is up.
You mean you're involved with all this? You're gonna die! And she will fling herself upon Frozo, That's the name?
Frezzo.
And try to stab him to death.
Sure.
She is there enough distance she could charge him?
Sure.
Okay, she will do that. That's an 18.
You hit him.
Okay, with the dagger, that's 2.
He looks pretty fucked up, but still alive. Frezzo attacks you back. Have at thee! Rolling a modified 20.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need a response from me for that.
Oh, I was just letting you know. I don't need a response at all.
Yeah. And unless he can roll less than...
He rolled a 5?
Yeah, she's dead.
Hess?
You bastard!
Hess is gonna try and stab it with his
My last character
pitchfork.
is dead.
Does he get charge in or
He's
just...
gonna charge in.
All right.
16.
16 hits.
4.
4 damage. You stab it real good, hitting it in one of its like vestigial heads, kind of, and then like tries to swat at you. Doesn't do much of anything, and then it looks at Sheila and rolls a
I have a 10.
13 for charm person. Make a will save.
17.
You succeed. You're perfectly fine. The leadies are up?
Mm-hmm. So Lezo is in combat?
Yes.
Okay.
His name's Frezzo.
Oh, Frezzo. I want to call him Lezo, but that's not right. All right, Frezzo.
You're attacking Frezzo?
Yeah,
Or the corpse harvester?
Frezzo. With Sheila, I'll attack Frezzo.
Okay.
No, I will not attack Frezzo. 2 minus 1.
Okay.
Bert. Old man Bert. He's going to also attack, though he has no reason to.
I mean, he sees a giant corpse monster. Is he attacking Frezzo or the corpse monster? He definitely has a reason to attack the corpse monster.
I'm defending my lady, and I know that man is behind it. 13.
You hit.
Now take this, noggin. For 1. That'll...
Oh, you hit him over the head, and blood's kind of coming out of his nose and his ears a little bit, but he's still on his feet. Elwyn.
With tears streaming down his cheeks, Elwyn is going to grit his teeth and charge Frezzo.
Sure.
And miss terribly.
Okay.
Because that's what Elwyn does.
Due to grief, obviously, right?
Frezzo attacks Bert. Rolling a 10.
You hit me right on the 10.
For 2 damage.
Wait, really? Oh. I had 1 hit point. 1 hit
Stabbing
point.
him deep in the gut, wiggling it around a little bit, pulls it out, and a spurt of blood hits the ground, and Bert falls over dead.
You didn't have to stab too hard. It's like when Mr. Burns gets a paper cut, goes right through his...
Hess.
Hess is gonna try and stab the big gross thing with his pitchfork again.
Yeah.
Can he back up enough to get a charge or
No.
Okay, he's gonna stab it. In a face?
In a face?
In a face.
All right, go for a face.
It has several.
Yes.
10.
You miss.
Yeah.
It kind of
wow.
clubs at you again.
I
Well,
thought that would be its AC, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's so big and blorby.
It misses, and it then goes wow, 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 wow at you. Roll me a willpower save, Robin.
13. 5 plus 2.
You definitely succeed. It is the Letty's turn. Or the one left. Sheila.
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 Gonna end your tyranny right now, Frezzo, who I've been calling Lezo, out of spite. 16 minus 1, 15.
You hit.
And with this dagger, I too will do 1 damage. 3.
You stab him in the gut just brutally, and you tear it out, and just blood spurts everywhere, and his eyes kind of clear, and he goes, "What have I done?" Dies.
Okay. But we still have a corpse monster to take care of.
Elwyn.
Time to attack the big corpse monster. 19.
Oh, you hit.
1 damage.
Well, if you do that enough times, he'll die. Hess?
Hess is gonna stab him in one of his faces again. 17.
Oh, you hit.
3.
All right. He's looking pretty beat up, but not near dead yet. He kind of clubs at you, rolling a 20 modified,
Yeah,
dealing 4 damage.
he did.
And he looks at Elwyn. Mow, mow, mow.
Gets 2 actions.
I don't know that you get a save this time.
Oh. This time, the first time it ever happened
It's too
to
bad.
you.
I kind of liked Hess.
Oh, you do. Okay.
15.
You failed. You act as if you're his friend, doing whatever you would. You won't do anything suicidal. You receive another save to break the charm. What's your intelligence?
14.
In 1 week.
What the fuck?
Defend me.
That's a bit of overkill, don't you think?
Sheila?
How many characters do we have left?
There's you and Elwyn.
I have Frezzo's head.
Just run.
Yeah, I feel like
Do you have Frezzo's head?
I have Frezzo's entire body.
Yeah, but can you run with his entire body?
I know. I'm a Letty. Is there a visible exit?
The way you came in. There's also smoke billowing up from that way.
Oh.
Thick, acrid smoke.
Yeah, because Jess totally set fire to the queen.
Just go.
Where am I going?
Just run.
Run through the fire and the
Oh.
smoke?
Try to kill it.
It's really hard when your GM's like, I have an extra enemy too. No.
Yeah.
But I don't know that, right?
Not yet. Also, don't blame me for this.
Don't blame you for this?
Trust me. Don't blame me for this one.
Don't blame you for this one.
Because I should blame Vox?
No, just do what you're doing, but we'll get a cathartic in here.
No, I should hope so.
Yeah, I'll just run.
All right, so you run out the chamber, and okay? You get a pretty good lead on Elwyn, who stumbles after you. It kind of takes him a moment to start, though. So you don't know. Maybe he's following you. You're not quite sure, but you get to the Ant Queen's chamber, and it's really, really on fire and very fucked up. It looks like the flames spread to the pupa after that, who exploded in gouts of oily flame covering the whole chamber in fire. You're gonna have to do some rolls to get through for sure. Give me either a luck or reflex save, whatever you prefer.
Okay, luck save then? I guess is what I'm
Sure.
doing. Well, actually,
Sorry.
reflex is +2, so it doesn't matter. Reflex either. Oh, and my sign is also the reflex save.
That's probably
How's
why it's
your
+2.
agility's like a? Oh yeah, okay. That's why.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah.
sign is that. That's
Yeah,
what-
my sign is what
Yep.
gave me the +2, so
That's pretty awesome.
13.
You get out, but you take, or maybe you get out. You take 2 damage as you try and cross the room.
Okay, so I have 2 HP left.
You're pretty badly singed, and you try and escape. Danny, roll me a check for Llewellyn. Who he tells
4. He's dead.
he stumbles through the fire, taking
He's dead.
6 damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
It's the Shining, but fire version.
You make it to the surface, and you feel that whatever evil was at work here is definitely still alive down there.
No.
And the credits roll.
Ah! So, Stella's the only one who survives.
Honestly, that's every horror movie. A strong
Sheila,
woman,
Sheila.
Yeah.
strong
Yeah.
female
Yeah.
out of a cast of
That's right.
Dragging a...
6
All right.
corpses.
I believe the trope you're looking for is Last Girl.
Last girl, correct. yes.
Sheila is last girl.
Okay,
and
so-
she may return
So are we
one
finishing
day.
and then we'll do the...
Thanks for listening, everyone. We're going to do our cathartic, so
That
stay
was
tuned for that.
That does it for today's episode of Dorker Realms. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly of all, tune in next week.